It was morning, but no sunlight entered Ollie's room. The window was open, yet an unnatural fog seemed to linger outside. Ollie looked at the doll still sitting on the table, old, dirty, and oddly unsettling. He picked it up and threw it outside. But as soon as he returned to his room, the doll was back on the table. "What's happening?" Ollie muttered to himself. His heart had accepted it now. This room was not normal. He went straight to the warden's office. "Sir, I want to change my room." The warden sighed deeply, as if he'd heard this many times before. Then he said slowly, "Before you leave room 313, take a look at something, then decide." The warden pulled out an old, dust-covered file. One word was printed on it, Incident 1987. Ollie opened the file. Page 1, Asma Fatima, B. First-year suicide, room No. 313. Ollie's eyes widened. Page 2, a photo, a girl, her face partially burned. The same face from his nightmare. Page 3, a hostile letter written by Asma. A day before her suicide, someone comes in my dreams. He asks for his doll, says it was his. Doors open on their own, the lights go out. He wants to take me with him. I think the door has opened now, and I'll never be able to close it again. Ollie's hands began to tremble. "Sir, is this real?" The warden spoke softly. "This room, once it chooses someone, never lets them go." When Ollie returned to his room, the door shut by itself. And there on the table was the same file from the warden's office. Now he knew this wasn't a game. This was a prison. The room was no longer just a place to stay. It had become a living thing, breathing, watching, and speaking each night. Ollie needed to uncover the truth. He went to the university's old library, where archived files, newspapers, and property records were kept. There he met an old librarian, Baba Nauman, over 70 years old, but with eyes that seemed to know everything. When Ollie mentioned 313, Baba Nauman flinched. "Son, you live there?" Ollie nodded. Baba Nauman pulled out a sealed file, restricted, Internal Investigations Year 1947. This hostel was once a hospital, a British military psychiatric ward. Room 313 was reserved for those labeled as insane. But in reality, Ollie asked. Baba Nauman replied, "They weren't mad, they saw things no one else could. One even gouged out his own eyes, said they enter his mind every night. And Asma, she was the last to see something in that room and ended herself." Ollie, voice trembling, asked, "Can this be ended?" Baba Nauman spoke slowly. "If the door is open, it must be closed. But the one who closes it remains inside forever." That night, 3 o'clock, Amali felt the door open on its own. Outside, an empty corridor filled with shadows. But one shadow entered. Footsteps echoed, wet prints on the floor, and Ollie could hardly breathe. It looked like a woman with doll's eyes and holding an old leather chest. "You saw me. Now you will be my eyes." The shadow reached Ollie and began to press into his eyes. Ollie screamed and jolted awake, but it wasn't a dream. Blood trickled from his eyes. On the mirror, a single word appeared: "Now you remain." Chapter 5, The Dervishes. Durrani now fully understood if he didn't act, he would become just another part of the room's curse, like Asma and all those before her. He tracked down a local elder known for speaking to those unseen by most. People called him Dervish Baba. "It's not just a room, it's a prison," the dervish said, eyes closed. "To seal it, one must give their light their inner radiance. And such sacrifice never comes easy, my son." Ollie asked, "Did Asma do the same?" Dervish Baba nodded. "She didn't end herself, she tried to end it. She only managed to seal it, not defeat it." He handed Ollie an old amulet. "This will weaken it, but only once. When it comes to you, drop this on the floor. The rest will depend on its will, whether it lets you stay or takes you away." Ollie locked the room, amulet in hand, and lit a candle. Shadows danced across the walls. The doll now sat in the middle of the room as if someone had placed her there,